All right, race fans, welcome. It's Tuesday night with the door UMP modifieds for their championship night here at Charlotte. Welcome, Ultimate Dirt TV viewers, and make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I gotta make sure I got all that in there. And me and Brett got in trouble, so we had to be separated tonight. So tonight we brought in Brett Rolls, if I said that correctly. How are you doing tonight,
Yes,
Brett?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yes, sir. It's awesome. As right now they've been practicing. They're in a drivers' meeting as it goes. So this being their last night of the championship points, I can tell you this: Shane Evans is your points leader with 14 starts of the season. He has 7 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and he's Josh Conover is behind with 58 points. Now Wes Kirshner's in third with 294 points, 63 out. Brett, what do you think about this tight, not really a tight battle, but maybe a tight battle for second and third?
It's always good to have some tight battling when the points are in play. It's definitely going to throw a mix, to watch how each competitor does through the heat races and all the way in through the chaos of, the 75 lap feature we have on store for tonight. It's like I said, it's going to be pretty interesting just to see if everybody can keep their nose clean and avoid controversy.
That is for sure. One thing is, these drivers are eager to race. They give it their all each time. I will tell you this: if this is your first time seeing a Nora race, these drivers could put on a show, and there's been quite a few races they have gone caution free for 75 to 80 laps, and that's unheard of in most leagues. Most leagues we have cautions after cautions. Now they do, but this league, I will tell you, the drivers respect one another, and you can talk about that. You've been in some league races, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, number one thing is give and take when it comes to racing, especially when it comes to sim and when you have the instances of net coding and stuff like that. So you know a lot of competitors that have a lot of give and take should put on some pretty really good racing, like you're saying.
That's right. So anyway, if you're wondering where Brett Wheeler is, he is actually doing the cameras for me and Brett Rolls. So we're just up here tonight. We're going to have fun with y'all. They're actually now fixing to roll it over to qualifying. And the heat races, the top four are inverted, 8 laps. And then we'll have a live redraw. And then we'll have a 75 lap main event. And let's see here, as qualifying will now start up, and let's see what's going on. Huh? Oh, okay. That's Brent in my ear. I got totally lost. Wes Kirshner, we're on board with him right now in car number 96. He has Ultimate Dirt TV on the nose of that nice looking car as we're waiting for him to make his first lap. Wes Kirshner is on top of the leaderboard right now with a 16.208. And now we're on board with Cody Batten in the 71. He just claimed a midget Nora National Championship last week as he's on top of the speed charts with a 16.110. You look right now, Jake Boyer is fourth. Dylan Thompson is third on the speed charts. All right. Josh Blanchard in the number 2 car on the track right now for his qualifying session. What a nice looking car that is, that black and red one, Brett.
Yes, it is. That's a sharp looking number 2X for Josh Blanchard, the CRS Racing, I believe, sponsor I seen on the side of.
Yes, sir. Anything like me, I got to have glasses to read some of these things, and I got a big 52-inch screen TV.
Yeah, I'm rocking just an old school small little computer monitor here, so I think you got a little bit more greater detail than I do.
Next on the track is car number 22, sponsored by New Jersey and Snap On. It's Josh Conover. He is also second in the points, and he is the league owner of the North. As you see him coming out of the turn. That car looks like it's really sticking as he crosses over for his first lap. He's third quick. A second lap.
Is now Leighton Kramer's gonna come now into 3 and 4, as he's gonna bring it around trying to best his lap here. As he's going to not do so, as that's going to be a 16.428 for him on his second lap. As now we're getting ready to go heat racing here, Steve.
That's right. Some heat, some fantastic racing fixing to come up, folks. 7 cars will be in this first heat race, with the top 4 were inverted. All right, your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Brett Rouse or Rolls, have at it.
All right, starting on the pole. All right, starting on the pole in the number 66 car is going to be Brian Powell. To his outside in the 55 car is going to be Jake Boyer. Starting inside row number 2 is going to be the 22 car of Josh Conover. And to his outside in the 71 is going to be Cody Batten. Starting inside row number 3 is going to be the 33 of Ethan Stuckwish. And to his outside is going to be the 2 of Josh Blanchard. And rounding out the final row is going to be Hayden Earwood in the 982.
All right. See, these drivers started to take off. They got 2 pace laps, so they go green for the 8-lap heat race. So your top qualifier starts 4th in the 71.
Is the field getting the white flag here now? We should be going green flag racing next time by, as the field will be in the hands of Brian Powell through 1 and 2. It's going to be interesting to see just how long it takes the 71 car of Cody Batten to get through the field, having that 4-car invert.
That's right. He got some work to do if he's going to make it. You know, it shows top 3, but everybody will make the features. As you look at Brian Powell looking for the green flag. Green flag's off. Brian Powell on the loud pedal. You look at Jake Boyer and Joshua Conover. Joshua trying to put the pressure on Jake Boyer. Coming out of turn number 2, Josh Boyer got some run on the bottom. And leading lap number 1's Brian Powell.
Coming into turns 1 and 2 on the second lap here, it's going to be the 55 of Jake Boyer with the outside momentum, as he's going to go into the high side here, as we're nearly 3 wide for the second spot, as you got Cody Batten, your quick time qualifier, digging the bottom side, trying to follow the 22 of Josh Conover around the track. As meanwhile, as these 3 cars are battling for the second position, Brian Powell starting to pull away out front.
That's right. You look right there at the turn. You saw 22 Josh Conover get kind of loose there, allowing the 55 Jake Boyer to get back around and Cody Batten. So Joshua falls back just a little bit. But now the battles for second with the 71 and the 55.
Yeah, Cody Batten in the 71 car been working the bottom the entire race. Jake Boyer trying to get something worked up on the high side, as he's going to have a little bit of a run here, but Cody Batten's still able to hang out to the left inside quarter panel, as Brian Powell up front still, I believe he's got about probably about a 6 car length advantage here coming down the straightaway, as Cody Batten's going to be able to get by Jake Boyer on the high side as he's going to try to cut down back underneath him. But that's not going to work as he's got the spot at the line. And that brings Josh Conover into the mix. 3 cars battling it out for the second spot yet again.
That's right. Joshua Conover fell back earlier in the heat race. Now turned to make some moves. Tried to look underneath of Jake Boyer coming out of turn number 4, but Jake Boyer will cross the line in third. So right now, two lap or white flag is bring us home.
All right, coming into 3 and 4 for the final time out of turn number 4. It's going to be Brian Powell with the win. Second place goes to Cody Batten. Third to Jake Boyer. Fourth to Josh Conover. Fifth to Josh Blanchard. Sixth will be Ethan Stuckwish. Seventh will be Hayden Earwood. And the final participant in the heat race will be Mason Turner.
All right, let's take a look at your starting grid Ultimate Dirt TV. All right, starting on pole in car number 10 is Chris Lowen, and is outside car number 96, Wes Kirshner. Starting second row inside in the car number 03 is Dylan Thomas on his outside, the current points leader. Number 92 is Shane Evans. Starting your third row inside is car number 18 of Leighton Kramer. On the outside of him, the car number 88 of Joshua Jarrett. And bringing up the rear, car number 97 is Jarrett Boyard. All right, as the drivers will get the one to go. So, Brett, who do you think is going to win this one?
Shane Evans was looking pretty fast throughout practice and in qualifying, and you mentioned he is the current points leader, I do believe, if I heard you correctly. We seen the 71 of Cody Batten have some pretty success starting from the same position, so I'm going to have to go with Shane Evans on this one.
All right, and I'll go with the 03 of Dylan Thomas. As the drivers go down the back straightaway, the pace truck pulls off. They go into turn number 3. It's going to be Chris lead them to the green flag with Wes Kirshner's outside. Green flag's out. Chris gets a good jump there, and you look at the 03 of Dylan Thomas pounce on the opportunities he could as they're side by side for second place as he starts to pull away just a tad bit going down the back straightaway. Wes Kirshner in the middle groove, and you look right now, Dylan Thomas, oh, he kind of blinked in and out right there. And look at this, Brett. They're almost fixing to go 3 wide.
Yeah, back-to-back heat races where the cars are stacking up for that second position as Dylan Thomas holding down the spot right now, but Shane Evans working that bottom like we saw Cody Batten do in the opening heat race, as he's going to have the third spot, which shuffles Wes Kirshner back to fourth as he's starting to work through the middle. As this battling is starting to open up Chris Lowen as he's starting to drive away by a couple of car lengths. Everybody pretty much working the bottom side here except for Kirshner as he's trying to get something working through the middle. And we're going to have almost some slight contact between Dylan Thomas and Shane Evans coming out of turns 1 and 2.
All right, you look as they go into the 3, coming out of 4. It's all Chris Lowen. As you look right down to 03 of Dylan Thomas starting to close it a little bit as Chris Lowen runs that middle groove, and Dylan Thomas is trying to stick to that bottom as he's blinking a little bit in and out as they come around to complete lap number 5.
Chris Lowen entered a little bit high there in turns 3, which opened the door up for Dylan Thomas as he's now digging on the bottom. He has reeled him in now down to about maybe half a car length as he's working real close up to those inside tires through 3 and 4, as now he's almost to the back bumper on exit, but Lowen holding a little bit of strategy or a little bit of momentum coming down the backstretch. As now enter Shane Evans to the battle as we got 3 cars now trying to enter a mix for the top spot.
That's right, as the drivers come to the white flag lap. You see Dylan Thomas trying to put some pressure on Chris Lowen as they go coming out of 2. He cannot complete it. Chris Lowen Tries to duck it underneath, or duck it lower this time. Coming out for it's going to be for the final time. Chris Lowen taking the heat race number 2 win. Dylan Thomas in second. Shane Evans third. Wes Kirshner fourth. Leighton Kramer fifth. Joshua Jarrett sixth. And Jarrett Boyard seventh. And I believe we're fixing to have a live redraw in just a second. But while we're working on that, we'd like to thank our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV, Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing Leagues, iCore Leagues, Black Diamond Motorsports, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, and the newest sponsor, iRacing iFlag. Don't forget to head over to our website, www.ultimatedirttv.com, and also follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Facebook, give a like. We love it. And if you like this broadcast tonight, you make sure to let Brett Wheeler know, okay? The boss behind the scenes. And, we couldn't do it without him, and we're thankful for having him around in sim racing. All right. We have Josh Conover in the booth with me right now as we're fixing to do the live redraw. Josh, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, 6.
All righty. Once I get the okay, we're going to start this off. All right, Josh Conover, winner of heat number 1.
Brian Powell.
He will start third tonight. Heat race winner of heat number 2.
Chris Lowen.
He will start 6th. All right. Heat 1, second place.
Cody B.
He will start. Cody Batten will start 2nd tonight. Heat race number 2, second place.
Dylan Thomas.
Dylan Thomas will start 4th in the future race. All right. Heat 1, third place.
Jake Boyer.
Jake Boyer will start heat number 1. All right. Heat number 2, third place.
Your champion, Shane Evans.
He will start roll off 5th tonight.
Sweet. Thank you, fellas. I'll get that sent over to you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Brett Rolls. As you look right now, as they're practicing in their warm-up, they got just a little under 2 minutes to go. As I'm looking right now, your quickest out there is Dylan Thomas, but we're going to throw it to a break.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, race fans, welcome back to the Nora Modifieds. This is our championship night here at the Dirt Track of Charlotte. Shane Evans is your current points leader. We'll go over a little bit of that. Josh Conover second in points, Wes Kirshner third, Brian Powell in fourth, and Coy Pennington in fifth. All right, a lot here with me tonight is Brett Rolls, and I'm proud to have you in here with me, Brett.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, guys, we're getting ready for a 75 lap main event, and we're getting ready for our starting grid. Mute this. All right, starting on your front row is Jake Boyer on his outside. It'd be Cody Batten. On your second row inside is Brian Powell and Dylan Thomas. Third row, Shane Evans and Chris Lowen, as these were your redraw drivers starting your first three rows. So, with that being said, Brett, lead us to the.
All right, starting inside row number 4 will be the 22 of Josh Conover, and to his outside will be the 96 of Wes Kirshner. Inside the row back from him will be Josh Blanchard in the 2 car, and starting in the 10th spot tonight will be the 18 of Leighton Kramer. Starting inside row number 6 will be the 33 of Ethan Stuckwish, and to his outside will be the 88 of Joshua Jarrett. And rounding out the 7th row will be the 982 of Hayden Earwood and the 97 of Jarrett Bolliard. And rounding out the field in the 912 will be Mason Turner.
All right. As you know, when the initial green flag comes out, they do not go at the initial green flag. We'll take the first 5 laps to do the 4 wide and get the drivers lined up in their proper starting position. So on the ticker, it shows 80 laps, but it's really going to be 75. You know, we had some great racing in the heat races. The only thing we go for is some great racing in the future. Like I said, this is one of the few leagues that can go that I've seen go green to checkered with no cautions.
I'll tell you one thing, if the heat races are any prediction of foreshadow of what's about to happen in the 75 laps, I don't know if my voice box can hold up for 75 green flag laps.
It's going to be something, that's for sure. As the drivers are now lined up in their proper positions, and they're given the commands to do the famous sight in auto racing. Ladies and gentlemen, look out as the drivers start to form 4 wide. It's the stars of today. Now, this takes some talent, Brett, and you know that as a driver.
Yeah, it definitely takes some talent with the 4 wide salute. I'm especially going to say it takes some talent with the UMP modifieds. If you don't at least, keep up a decent amount of speed, without slowing completely down, the front end on these things just want to jump all over the place. So I'd have to say the UMPs out of all the cars that I've done a 4 wide with would probably be the hardest to maintain composure with.
All right. And so who are you going to pick to win tonight?
It's a tough choice. We've seen a lot of really good competitors going from front to back and back to front throughout the heat races. I'd have to say the person that I'm going to be keeping an eye on tonight would probably have to be the 10 car of Chris Lowen or the 66 of Brian Powell.
All right. Well, I'll go with my man, Cody Batten. So, next prediction. Who's going to be the first car out because of a wreck? I stumped you on that one. Me and Brett always throw some oddballs out there.
First one out because of a wreck. Well, let's see. The UMPs I kind of gave bad luck to Shad Prescott the other night, so whoever I do get here, I do apologize. So I'm gonna have to probably go Leighton Kramer.
Oh, all right.
Other only reason is because the number 18. I don't really like Kyle Busch, so I'm just gonna pick him because of that. I know it's petty, but that's the only thing I can come up with.
All right, now we'll go with the 88 Joshua Jarrett. All right, lights are off with the out. They're going green this time as Jake Boyer will lead them to the green flag with Cody Batten on his outside.
All right, coming out of turn 4, Jake Boyer's going to get on the loud pedal, and we're green flag racing here at Charlotte with the Nora UMP modifieds. As we come into turns 1 and 2, it's going to be Jake Boyer holding momentum in the lead coming out down the backstretch. As Cody Batten now working the bottom side that's going to cause a stack up here as we got cars going everywhere. Everybody able to keep it going straight. As I think the person that ended up getting the worst end of the deal on that one would be the 22 of Josh Conover, losing several spots.
That's right. You look right now, Hayden Earwood, and you got the 10 car. And let's see here who the other one is. The 18, as they're going 3 wide for 7th, 8th, and 9th. But back up front, as you look, it's all Jake Boyer.
As we've got a really good battle here going on for the 3rd and 4th position. We got 3 cars battling it out, as I believe that's Dylan Thomas in the 03 digging on the bottom, trying to get some ground here against Brian Powell in that 92 car of Shane Evans. Evans is trying to hook up in the middle, as a great run through the center of the quarter, but Dylan Thomas just not being able to find some bite coming out to be able to close that run off, as we're almost 3 wide racing in the back of the pack here, as Cody Batten still holding down second, but Jake Boyer pulling away with the lead.
That's right. Jake Boyer is, they just completed lap number 5, so 70 laps could now come to 69 laps on the board. And you look at the 66 car putting pressure on that 3rd place of Shane Evans. That's Brian Powell, but cannot complete it because they were going down the back straightaway into turn number 3, coming out of 4. As you see, Jake Boyer so far leading every lap of this feature race so far.
Cody Batten starting to get a little bit of ground back on the leader, Jake Boyer, as he's closed the gap just a little bit, and he's bringing Shane Evans in tow, as Batten's now starting to work the bottom of the 3 and 4 and trying to get the bottom side of 1 and 2 to hook up too, as that's where he's picking up most of his ground is through 1 and 2. But now Shane Evans with a run to the outside of Cody Batten in the 71 as we head into turns 3 and 4.
Oh, you look, Shane Evans got in the back of Cody Batten, got him a little bit loose there, but they keep on going pretty well. Look at that. As he runs a slider line, Cody Batten, but he loses ground. Shane Evans deducts it underneath, going in turn number 3. As they're closing in on Jake Boyer.
Cody Batten now working the high side, and Shane Evans working the bottom, as they're starting to reel in your leader Jake Boyer in the middle of this battle. So that's kind of interesting to see that the 2 cars in the middle of a battle are starting to reel in your leader, as now don't count out Brian Powell, as he's starting to get into the mix to make this a 4-car battle, as Jake Boyer's going to bobble a little bit in the lead. And now 71 of Batten's got a huge run coming into 3 and 4. He's going to start working the top side, trying to see if there's anything up there, as now Powell sticking his nose underneath him as we come into turns 1 and 2.
As you look, Jake Boyer moved up to the high side, but Shane Evans still working that middle groove, trying to duck that nose in. Going into turn number 3, you see the different lines that both drivers are looking. But look at Shane Evans start putting nose, but cannot complete that lap, as Jake Boyer will lead that lap. As Shane Evans going in turn number 1, tries to pull a slider. Jake Boyer tries to go. They're side by side going down the back straightaway. Going in turn number 3, Shane Evans will complete it this time with a slide job. Jake Boyer ducks it back underneath on the crossover move. But look at this. Shane Evans will lead that lap, and now you got a battle for 1st and 3rd with Cody Batten and the 66 of Brian Powell. And look, here comes Dylan Thomas joining in the mix. The top 6 drivers.
Shane Evans has taken the lead away from Jake Boyer, and he has said check please, as he is starting to pull away from the field. And now Cody Batten's seen that move to the high side that he's made, and he's going to follow in check, as now we got Powell going through the middle 3 wide, and that's going to stack up him, Batten, and I believe that was Dylan Thomas in the 03 as well, as that's allowed Blanchard to slide up into the 5th.
That's right. As you look, they go in turn number 3. They're still almost 4 wide at certain points, coming around as they cross the flags. Cody Batten trying to put pressure on Brian Powell. We got car around. Yellow flag out for Ethan Stuckwidge in the car number 33. All right, let's look at the Wicked Cushion instant replay. So you just look right there. I mean, it's kind of a racing incident, that just kind of ran out of room. So you look at it. So who did you pick to win, Brett?
My pick to win was either Brian Powell or Chris Lowen.
So we got Brian Powell in fourth, and the person I picked, Cody Batten's in fifth.
I tell you what, no matter what we've seen here as far as the score or the leaderboards go, I mean, you can't count out the guys running back in 9th and 10th with how these guys are racing. We had 6 or 7 cars running together. You could throw a blanket over them here, as it's going to be very interesting on this restart as to see who goes where with everybody stacking back up. As you saw Shane Evans have a pretty much pull away from the field there by, I'd say he had probably almost about a good second lead before that caution came out. And now he's going to be stacked back up with Jake Boyer, Josh Blanchard, Brian Powell, and Cody Batten all there together hot and heavy. As I believe the lights are out on the pace car and we're going green flag racing this time out of turn 4.
That's right, we are. Bastrop pulls in on the back straightaway as Shane Evans will lead him to the green flag. Him and Jake Boyer side by side. They go in turn number 3. Slow and steady pace. Shane Evans on lap pedal, green flag. As you look at there, look at Cody Batten ducking his nose under 2. Josh Blanchard, as they do a slide job, cars are stacking up a little bit on turns 1 and 2. Everybody comes out alive, thank goodness. And look at this, Josh Blanchard in third, but Cody Batten doing the slide job. Oh, Jake Boyer gets back. Oh, we got cars going every direction.
And we've turned Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte, into Talladega here, as I believe everybody's able to keep it going straight. No caution flag as of yet. Is Josh Blanchard going to get shuffled back to 5th? And Cody Batten going to be the second place runner right now as we go back to up front, as I believe Dylan Thomas also got through a little bit of that carnage, and Jake Boyer going to be third as we have the top 4 shuffled out about equidistant from each other. As if we go back to about 5th, 6th, and 7th, we got some cars heating up there. I believe that's the 33 of Ethan Stuckwish, the 2 of Josh Blanchard, and the 10 of Chris Lowen starting to battle it up for the 5th spot. As we're going to have a slider here by Ethan Stuckwish. That's going to force Blanchard to pull the crossover as he's going to throw down into 1 and 2 and try to pull another one. But Stuckwish going to have enough momentum around the high side to keep it going down the backstretch.
As you know, they say back at the ranch, it's all Shane Evans and Cody Batten trying to close in the gap a little bit. As you know, these two drivers, they've been phenomenal this season with the Nora Racing, our Racing League. I mean, they put on a show week in and week out. I've seen Shane Evans come from back many a times, but we got caution on the race, and I'm not sure who that's.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what.
It was the 66 of Brian Powell, and let's go ahead and throw it over to the Wicked Cushion instant replay.
Looks like the 97 car just gets into the wall and then comes down a little bit into the right rear quarter panel of Brian Powell, and that was just enough to send him and stack everything up. As I don't know who that was in. It was Jarrett Bolliard that came in and made the final contact there, which sent around Powell. So just a little bit of a racing deal there as the 97 gets the wall and comes back down into the 66 of Powell.
That's right. And, make sure follow Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Make sure you can go to our website, www.ultimatedirttv.com. And we also like to thank our fine sponsors, Wicked Cushion, 19 Design, World Thunder iRacing League, iCore Leagues, Black Diamond Motorsports, JR Production and Media, Monsters of Dirt, and the newest sponsor, iRacing iFlags. And you look at them, they're doubling up, Brett, as they're fixing to go green flag next time, as lights will go out this time as they go down the front straightaway. These drivers are ready to end this show. They're ready to crown their champion. And you look, the points leader, car number 92 is Shane Evans, is your current leader.
All right, as the lights are going to go out on the pace truck here, this is the battle I've been waiting to see all night, as we're going to have Shane Evans and Cody Batten front row as the pace car is going to pull into the infield. It puts the power in the hands of Shane Evans as he's going to direct this field towards the green flag as we roll into turns 3. And he's on the loud pedal out of turn 4. He's going to have a really good jump here as they're going to be stacking them up there around the 5th spot. I believe that was the 55 of Boyer that was getting them stacked up there, as we're going to be 3 wide for the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot back there, as now we got the 18 of Kramer into the wall, and that's going to be 4 wide off the back, as now we're racing side by side for the lead, as Evans going to throw a slider, forcing Batten to drive up underneath with the crossover. Now Batten going to throw a slider of his own, and Evans with a crossover. We got some really good drivers up front throwing Hail Mary sliders here, Steven. Who do you think's going to manage to come out on top with the slider game?
And it's going to be one of those deals. Who can have it on the last lap? Who can do that slide jump? And you look at Shane Evans trying to work that bottom groove in again. And you see Cody Batten as they're almost dead even to the flag stand. But look at here. In the back, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. They're all bunched up. Wants some good racing. 18 car gets into 10 car. 10 car hits the outside wall. And they're 3 wide Joshua Conover. And you see the 33 Ethan Stuckwich and the 55 of Jake Boyer. And then the third and fourth place, you see Josh Blanchard and the 03 of Dylan Thomas side by side. There's side by side action all around this track.
All right, we've went away from the sliders to running individual lines. Shane Evans working bottom and Cody Batten working up top. So far, it looks like the bottom's working a little bit better for Shane Evans, as he's getting that car to rotate just a little bit earlier and able to drive out of the corner a little bit straighter than Batten is on the top side. As I believe back in about the 5th spot, we got Blanchard and Boyer going at it again, as we're going to be nearly 3 wide. We are 3 wide coming down the front straightaway, back for the 6th spot, still with Conover, Stuckwish, Powell, and I believe that'd be the 55 of Boyer as well. So 4 cars now getting real up close racing here, as I believe that's the 22. Yes, it is the 22 of Joshua Conover working the bottom side. Stuckwish with a really good run through the middle. He's going to thread the needle heading into turn 3.
That's right. You look in turns 3 and 4, you see Batten on the bottom of the 1 and 2. He goes to the high side, and he started to catch up again with Shane Evans. I really think that turns 3 and 4, him run the bottom, he's starting to catch him. Look, side by side, Shane Evans gets a little crossed up. Cody Batten gets into him a little bit. There's okay. But Cody Batten goes back to the high shell, and you look, they're still 3 or 4 wide from third on back. Shane Evans pulls away that time on the back straightaway. Cody Batten goes back underneath as he reels him in on the bottom side out of turn 4. As you look, Shane Evans, Cody Batten, Dylan Thomas now in 3rd place. Josh Blanchard. Oh, no, Ethan Stuckwich in 4th. Josh Blanchard in 5th. Brett?
All right, as we have Dylan Thomas now up to the 3rd spot, as Dylan Thomas, Stuckwish, and Blanchard having a really good battle, as now Batten's drawn back up to the back bumper of your race leader, Shane Evans, as he's now working to the top side. He's got a really good run, but Evans has that strong car coming down the straightaways. He's going to throw it down on the bottom. You saw it earlier. These two are not afraid to give it a little bit of a rub. A little bit of a bump is all right when it comes to dirt track racing, as we're still working top side and bottom, as Batten not able to find a run coming out of the corner in turns 2, as he's trying to dig up underneath coming out of turns 4, but it's still going to be Shane Evans holding off strong on that bottom side. It's pretty interesting to see the bottom side coming in as strong as it is, Steven. Every time I've been to Charlotte, it's usually been a top side. If someone's running the top, it's hard to catch them, but it's been pretty much bottom side here for the most part of the night.
That's right. And they do a unique format in practicing. They roll in the top side and then they roll in the bottom. Try to get a good racing room. But you look as your leaders go into turns 3, coming out 4. Cody Batt trying to get up close and personal to Shane Evans as he goes back to the high side going into turns 1. Oh, Shane Evans almost clipped that tire. Trying his best as he started to close in. He goes to the middle groove of Shane Evans. He slides up a little bit. Let's see if he can make it. All Shane Evans that lap, but look at Cody Batten.
Ethan Stuckwish has a hot rod underneath him tonight, as he's gone from the back, starting in the 11th starting spot, all the way up to the 4th spot now. As we got a battle for the lead now, as Batten's starting to work something up on the high side. It's going to be an almost contact there between Shane Evans and Cody Batten, as now you have a new race leader with Batten going to the inside. He's going to throw it up to the top shelf. Now Evans to the bottom, and it's still going to be Batten with the lead as the momentum comes off. So now put the 71 of Batten to the point, as Shane Evans starting to lose a little bit of grip there on the bottom, as you see him starting to run into the top side now.
That's right. It's just that Cody Batten using the slider line to be fast as he's pulled away from car number 92. Your current points leader probably has wrapped up the championship of Shane Evans. Dylan Thomas is third. Fourth is Ethan Stuckwood. Josh Blanchard rounding out your top.
As you look back to the battle for the third spot, Dylan Thomas and Ethan Stuckwish, they're right on the back bumper. Is Stuckwish going to get into the wall a little bit there, and Dylan Thomas going to be able to open up about a car length and a half as he heads into 3 and 4, as it's going to be Dylan Thomas on the high side, Stuckwish working the middle, and Dylan Thomas going to show that the high side's starting to come in a little bit here, as you see the leaders as well running the high side, and now Batten starting to run that slider line in 3 and 4. It's interesting to see that that slider line's starting to come in a little bit faster than the top side is. You never usually see a slider line come in faster than the top. That just goes to show you, how many grooves of racing are out there tonight with, the different way that they pack the track in. As we've got a side-by-side battle now for 4th and 5th between Stuckwish and Blanchard.
That's right, with 18 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line this time. We're way past halfway. And, you look at Cody Batten, you got to tell him a little bit, think his head. You got to watch those tires. They're getting pretty close to him.
Yeah, those infield tires are not very friendly if you hit them. They don't move very, very well.
That's right. The drivers are all spread it out. There's not much side-by-side action going on anymore right now, as they're all spread out across this.
Cody Batten in the 71, your current leader still. He took the lead away from Shane Evans a couple of laps ago, and he has now opened up his lead to over a 1-second gap. Second place, Shane Evans, as you look back to third, is Dylan Thomas, Ethan Stuckwish, fourth, Josh Blanchard. That's your current top 5, as everybody's pretty much stretched out. I don't really see much side-by-side action here as you come around the track. It just goes to show, how, one little mistake can open up so much ground, especially over the course of a long green flag stretch that we've had here, Stephen.
That's right. All season long, we see Cody Batten be strong in the modifieds and in the midgets. And around about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Cody Batten did a double header. We got caution on the.
Just before the caution came out, Shane Evans jumped to the top side and he started closing the gap. But let's take a look here at the Wicked Cushion instant replay. As it looks like the caution here was for the 22 of Josh Conover. I'm going to see exactly what happened here to cause the yellow, as it looks like he's going to come down the backstretch and into 3 and 4 and just catch that inside tire. And, we were talking about those inside tires not too long ago, Steven. You catch one just very slightly, and it's enough to whip that car around there, as you just saw with the 22.
That's right. And also, the race has gone halfway, so it's going to be single file restarts from here on out.
It's going to be a single file restart, so Cody Batten not going to have to worry about having to deal with Shane Evans on the initial go. But however, like I said, just as the caution came out, Shane Evans had jumped to the top side from the where he was running on the racetrack and started closing in about 2/10 there just as the caution came out. So, if he's able to clear a good restart here and not allow Batten to get a good jump, we could have another hot and heavy battle for the lead inside 10 laps to go.
That's right. As we have when it comes to take the green, be 10 laps to go. As Cody Batten and Shane Evans and Dylan Thomas, your top three, they go into turn number 3. Drivers are single file. Cody Batten looking in when they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Cody Batten on the loud pedal. And you look right now, these drivers are hungry, hungry, hungry. And he pulls away from Shane Evans. Can Shane Evans close in as they go down the back straightaway? He ran that top shell. Shane Evans run the slider line. Look at him close up on Cody Batten. Cody Batten's running that bottom. Pulls away, going down the front straightaway. Now Shane Evans to the high side. Cody Batten to the bottom. Look at these different grooves. You look, second, third, and fourth on the high side. Fifth and sixth, they're double file. Look at Shane Evans close up the lead again, but that slider line can either help you or hurt you. What's hurting them is on the exit of the turns.
It's a weird line that Shane Evans is running there in 3 and 4, but just about the apex of the corner, it brings him right to the bumper of Cody Batten. He's just not able to close the gap on exit. But I tell you one thing, with Cody Batten working the bottom and him working the top side, is we got a car slow right in front of the leaders. As we got a couple of cars slow, that's going to slow up Evans, and that's not going to help him there as he was trying to close in 1 and 2. But he doesn't fall back too far as he's working the top side yet again, and he's got a really good run coming through 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. But Batten's still holding on to the lead as a little bit of chaos there almost unfolding in front of your leaders.
That's right, with 5 laps to go. Cody Batten and Shane Evans. This has been an epic race all night long. Look at it, your points leader. Shane Evans. Oh, something's wrong with Cody Batten as he pulls off into the infield. It's all Shane Evans now. Run the high side. So second place is Dylan Thompson. Whoa.
I don't know if maybe Cody Batten may have ran out of fuel, but that hands the race over to Shane Evans, barring some catastrophic event here, with about 3 laps to go, as he's going to inherit a huge lead. I mean, it's probably about 2.5 seconds back to second place, as it looks like we got a 3-wide battle here for the third spot. I mean, between Ethan Stuckwish, Josh Blanch, and Josh Conover.
That's right, as Shane Evans will exit turn number 4, taking the white flag this time. 1 lap to go as the battle is now for second, third, and fourth. As you look at the 18 and the 03 of Dylan Thomas. So Ethan Stuckwich and Dylan Thomas coming for the last time. It's going to be all Shane Evans. And look at here, 18, Ethan Stuckwich.
Great race to the end there between Ethan Stuckwish, Josh Blanchard, and Brian Powell, as it's going to be Shane Evans with the win, Dylan Thomas finishing second, Ethan Stuckwish third, Josh Blanchard fourth, Josh Conover fifth, Brian Powell sixth, Leighton Kramer seventh, Cody Batten eighth, Jake Boyer ninth, Joshua Jarrett 10th, Hayden Earwood 11th, Chris Lowen 12th, Jared Bulliard 13th, Wes Kirscher 14th, and Mason Turner 15th.
All right, great action as we promised as we're getting the drivers into the as we speak. All right, coming home in third spot tonight. It's car number 33 of Ethan Stuckledge. Ethan, congratulations on your third place. Tell us what you thought.
All around the night was pretty good. At the beginning of the night, I don't know what was going on, but I was having VR headset issues. I was getting these really bad frame drops coming off the corners, so it kind of screwed my heat race up. And then the feature, I made some adjustments to the car, and it wasn't quite right early on. And then once that top side starts coming in, I put it up there, because that's where I know the best how to run. So I mean, I started making up some spots, stayed up there. I know them guys all in front of me were running low on fuel, and I knew I was going to make it, so it didn't last.
Well, the last closing laps, you were gaining spots. I mean, what a great run for you. Tell us who you'd like to thank tonight as your sponsor.
Big thanks to the new team that we all created, Lucky Dog Racing, Blake, Troy, Chris, Corey, all them guys. They're all the ones that make the setups and all that make this stuff happen.
All right. Well, congratulations on the third place finish.
Thank you.
All right. Brett Rolls will have your second place finisher tonight, interviewing him.
All right, we're down here with the 03 of Dylan Thomas. Dylan, you showed some pretty good speed throughout the course of the evening, but it just looked like you got caught up in a little bit of trouble there, keeping you from possibly getting to the top spot here tonight. Take us through.
Well, about lap 3, I decided it's a good idea. It's going to monster truck the front straightaway wall. That didn't help me any. And then uh, Cody threw a slide job on somebody in front of me, and it wasn't quite clear, and it stacked the field up. Got some more damage there, but I'm I'm happy with running second here. I know some guys had fuel issues, and I filled her up and just let her eat.
Now, I got to ask the question that, everybody probably would be asking. If, the caution had came out with Cody running out of fuel there, I think that's exactly what happened. I'm not sure. But if the caution had came out, do you think he would have had anything there for Shane Evans in that 92? As he looked to be just pretty much gone at that point once the lead was given to him, as he showed really good speed on that top side throughout the course of the feature.
If I could have got through 1 and 2 on a restart right there, I think it'd have been okay. On that restart, there was a lap car that kind of got mixed in with the leaders. I don't know what he was doing, but no, he threw a slide job on me at one point and kind of screwed up my momentum and let Shane get away.
All right, we're gonna hand you the mic one more time. We seen you get it done there outside or out there inside the car. Tell us the people that help you get it done behind the scenes.
I want to thank Mike M Designs for always giving me a good looking car. All the guys over at SSR for helping me out, and Yardbird Enterprises.
All right, that's Dylan Thomas. Now we're fixing to interview your champion of the modifieds and winner tonight. Congratulations, Shane Evans, coming home.
There you go, cutting out again.
I know it's only for you. I cut out. But
Jesus.
you won the heat race or the feature race and the championship. What a night!
Yeah, we're still. Everybody in our group chat is still arguing about fuel right now. If that don't tell you how the night went, I don't know what will. Cody ran out. Wes had plenty, and yeah, I just squeaked by. I got .3 left.
Wow, you look at that. I mean, at one point you had a sizable lead early on in the race, and Cody Batten finds a different line to run, the bottom end 3 and 4, and top on 1 and 2. And then once he got by you, you started following him. Did that teach you something? Where later on in the race, where you was battling him again, you were closing back.
Actually, Cody taught me that last night. We did a 75 lap practice race, and everything was great until about 50 in, and then he started running some strange line, and I ran it too, and neither one of us could really gain an inch on each other. And I heard him like 3 laps before he passed me, and I asked him like, "Is that Cody?" Because I run VR, I don't look down at that stuff. And Josh said, "Yeah." So I knew exactly where he was going to pass me, and it was going to be that weird line he showed me last night. And sure enough, he did. So I knew I had to follow him at that point.
Well, you won the championship of the modifieds, and Cody won it of the midgets. Congratulations to both of y'all. Who would you like to thank?
Everybody that helps, Cody, Wes, Nick. It's pretty awesome to see Cody get the midgets and me get the mods. I mean, we've been good friends and racing together for like 10 years now since the Xbox days, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, I want to thank Josh. They did that podcast thing a couple weeks ago, and even though I knew it beforehand, it really opened my eyes to how underappreciated Josh is. And I mean, it's nice to hear people thank him for everything he does, but I especially want to thank Josh because I got, believe it or not, Cody actually dragged me into this league. They were like, "They're starting, let's run this thing," and I wasn't really into it. And then we got here, and now I mean, everybody, including Josh, knows we're a permanent fixture here at North. So I want to thank Josh for that, especially.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is car number 92 of Shade Evans, your future winner tonight at the Dirt Track of Charlotte, and your champion of the Nora Modifieds, UMP Modifieds. Thank you very much.
Thanks, boys.
All right, folks. So we couldn't make this all possible if it wasn't for our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, 1-9 Designs, World Thunder iRacing League, iCore Leagues, Black Diamond Motorsports, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iFlags. You know what, Brett? I hope we still get a job after tonight. Brett Wheeler might fire us for being too nice. Me and Brett Wheeler have this thing. It goes R-rated after certain amount, time at night time, and we kept it all PG tonight. So tell us how you felt about your first full broadcast with Ultimate Dirt TV, and what you thought about tonight's race.
Oh man, tonight's race top notch from the front of the pack to the back of the pack. Just amazing performance. I mean, you can't even put into words the amount of good racing that was going on tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. And as far as getting a job, there's one thing I gotta say to that. He might as well hire us because he's not going to be able to get rid of us. So
That is
he's
true.
but yeah, as far as the first broadcast goes, for the first full one, just want to thank Brett for, letting me come on over here and, help do some more broadcasting, as I've only got a little bit of experience doing it. And it's a lot of fun to me, and I really enjoy doing it. You get to see a lot of great racing that, you don't get to see every now and then or get to partake in.
That's right. Well, I'm glad to have you in the broadcast booth with us, Brett. And you can catch Brett Wheeler and Ultimate Dirt TV tomorrow night with the Monsters of Dirt on Wednesday nights for their pro late models and super late model shows, doubleheader. And I'm Steve McMillan signing off with Brett Rolls. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Good night.